First topic I wanted to talk about Lil Boosie or Boosie Badass because they tried to correct me before we started recording. I'm like, look, the articles said Lil Boosie, so
Boosie.
Boosie. That's I'm saying Boosie. Honey, you can't hear.
I know Boosie. You got to say his name right. You saying Boosie? It's Boosie. Just like you would say, it's not like Boosie, Lil Boosie, right?
Okay, so it's not a Z. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, because before I thought you said Lil Uzi, and I'm like, that ain't his name.
Okay, so what happened with him was he shared to the world on Instagram Live that he got a grown woman to go down on his 12-year-old son and nephew. His words exactly was, "I'm training these boys right," or whatever. Now, when he went on Instagram afterwards, I felt like it wasn't a big to do. Like there wasn't a lot of people because usually people would drag somebody for that. It did take a minute, but eventually people on Twitter were, lighting a fire under his ass, saying that this is like not right. A lot of media blog publications, they finally came out to woodwork. I'd like to shout out to Love B. Scott because they were the first blog to talk about this. I'm like, where's the shade room? Like, where's all these other blogs and stuff like that? Because there are a lot of those sites are friends with him, or they incite his antics on social media. So for people to not really I don't really care about people coming out and saying stuff, but I'm just like, damn, like there was this energy with Dwayne Wade and how he dealt with his daughter or whatever, but there wasn't that same energy with Lil Boosie.
Well, it's because we live in a heteronormative society, so anything sex is different. Like, and we should know that by now. Like, I wasn't surprised at all, because it happens, and like, I won't say it's a cultural thing, but when boys get a certain age, like even the women, like it's not just a male thing. Like there are women who, like make little comments about, oh, you got a little girlfriend, you ain't got a little girlfriend yet, testing just to make sure that their sons are gonna be straight, because now in the black community, it seems like having an alternate sexuality than heterosexual is like this morbid sin. It's the end of the world if you're not put in a position to procreate. That's what I feel like it is. Like, are people like literally scared to death that we're going to run out of human beings? Because at this point, like, why are y'all so upset about people?
Right.
Like, this is the real thing. It doesn't affect your life. Like, it doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah.
How do you care what other people decide to do with their bodies? Like, I don't get it. But when you,
the fact that he got
because people are like, what's the difference in a father accepting the fact that his child can come in and say that, he doesn't like vagina, that he is same-sex loving, versus a father who, literally hires an adult to molest their child.
Hello?
See the difference. Y'all are dumb.
There's laws. See, I don't have no opinion on it because there's laws that just close the case.
Right.
It's child pornography. It's molestation, and like, no.
I think the more alarming part is with people on social media actually comparing, like, oh, how is he any worse than Dwayne Wade? How he dealt with his daughter. Like, that's just, to me, it was appalling. I had to get off of Twitter because it was just a whole lot. I was like, child, I hope some of y'all do not have kids, for real.
Well, they were only comparing the two because
they're both black dads and how they handle sexuality different.
Right.
But Boosie was the one that was the loudest about the whole.
I think that's why they drew that comparison.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like I don't see no comparison to the two kids.
Right. Yeah, it's
like, well, the difference is, so even though
comparison, those are two different things.
Right. Zaya may be going through an internal, whether it's an identity struggle or realization or whatever it is that she's having emotionally and mentally throughout her journey through puberty or life at that age, versus what a child who was literally put in a position to be assaulted. Because you cannot consent to sex at that age, like legally, like Ty said, like there's laws in place. A child cannot consent to sex, no matter how good it feels. I remember being young and I lost my around 12. 12. And I know what it feels like. Yeah, it feels good, but it's like at that time, like, you don't know what you're participating. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. You don't know how it warps you emotionally, how it affects your sexuality, your thoughts on sex, and I just think that it is disgusting for a parent to put their child in that position, and it's disgusting. As a fan of Boosie's music, as a fellow Louisiana rapper, writer, creator, like I grew up listening to his music, but like as a person, he's revealed himself, and it's just like it's so toxic and so sad. Toxic and so sad.
But you know what? He's a product of his own environment, because we don't really know his story and his because he has a lot of kids. So I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it happened to him. I'm pretty sure he
did say that in interviews.
And
he was
all of that other stuff. So he's just handing down what was handed to him.
You're inflicting that trauma on your kid because you think it's cute.
Well, you know what? That's the Black community anyway. So things get handed down, and they're going to keep on getting handed down until we think they're a problem, and we think
Let's stop that generational curse. I have
those things are for real. But first, we got to admit that we're wrong.
He's worried about his own sexuality if he's going to be back in that jailhouse.
Right. Because, there was already on Twitter talk about something. Let's call CPS. I'm like, child.
Sure. If I call CPS, I'm going to have a video of that woman sucking the baby's dick. I want to go all the way. I want to get people, like, if I feel like you're doing something wrong, you going. If I
him saying it enough is just, that's proof. I mean, he said it. So, I mean, that, so I think that it's not a good look. It's not. And I'm not trying to say that I knew this was coming or I knew he was going to say something that this heinous, but like, look at what's been happening. He's always come out and said, fuck shit. Let's be real. Like for the past couple months. I mean, if you go back to the whole Dwayne Wade situation, he was the one that spearheaded the negative conversation about that whole situation. Like, and he said it in the past. He said in the past that he had his younger nephews and sons, had their situations with, the older woman or whatever. But like, I guess people forget because he made that joke in a post, but then he was like, oh, I didn't really mean it like that. But then you said it again. So what are you talking about? Honestly, I just feel like his music is not working. So I think he's trying to do the controversial route out and start making like a conversation. Huh?
He ain't got no new music. He got new music?
Not new music, but I'm just saying the music that he came out with recently, he has recent music out, but it just didn't. Go look it up.
Dang, he must have applied.
No, but I definitely, aside from all of that, I think that he's definitely entertaining. So I think he's funny sometimes, but he just slipped up with this one, like a big slip up. Yeah,
a lot of things.
Yeah, so I don't know, Boosie Badass. I don't know.
Whatever.
That Neverland Ranch you got over there, I don't know.
Straight to jail. Do not collect $200.
Straight to jail, okay? Yeah. Revoking thing lives, because that's the problem.
Right.